There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to just introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about your business.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I run a small business called Theatre Treasures where we make stagey, I say we, me. We design and make stagey badges, magnets, and hopefully more in the future.
Very exciting. And what are the designs that people can expect on your buttons and magnets and things to come?
We have a lot of show logos, but I'm currently working on a lot of like new designs, kind of more hand drawn, can take inspiration from Pinterest.
Sorry.
Yeah, go for
Oh,
it.
I saw one. I think my favorite one. It was like stage crew. We work in the shadows. Like that's my
Yes.
favorite one. That's my favorite one. I'm not stage crew, but if I was, I'd have that badge.
Yeah, no, that's probably one of my favorites.
So, what got you interested in musical theatre?
So from quite a young age, I did dance, and then my mum took me to my first show, which was Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat at my local theatre. Um, and I think from there I was kind of like, oh, what is this? Like this magicalness that is on stage with all these lights and songs and music, and I was just like, wow, this is incredible. And from there, we I did show quite regularly with my dance group, and kind of from there, I don't know, I just guess fell in love with it, and it kind of was like, I want more. And once you get a taste of the apple, you want more of it. I think is that the saying?
Definitely, definitely. I was saying to Alexandra, looking through your products, that I'm sure, I bet you have a dance background.
Mm. She saw like the dancing
Oh,
and the cheerleader badges, and she was like, I
I
wonder.
suspect.
Yeah. So, what made you set up the business? Where did that idea
um,
come from?
I've always been interested in being kind of self-employed.
Mm.
My dad's been self-employed for quite a long period what of his life. So I was kind of like, oh well, I enjoyed crafts. My mum's a crafty person, which is kind of where I've got that from. And I guess I don't know. I think I saw probably an Amazon ad for a badge maker, and I was like, oh, this looks fun. What is this? I'm quite a whimsical person. I just kind of buy things because why not? And I started just making them, and my friends were like, you could sell these, and I was like, oh, I guess maybe. I was away last summer, so when I came back, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll try make some theatre designs, and I started making them, and then I had them in my drafts at Etsy for God knows how long, and then I was like, okay, I need to make a post on Instagram announcing that I'm going to start selling them, and I was like, and then I just kept postponing it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna press the button and publish them, and then I got a couple of orders, and I was like, whoa, hang on, people actually want these. Like, this is actually something people want. So yeah, it's crazy.
It's quite intimidating, I think, putting your products out there, for people to
Yeah,
comment on
definitely.
or to buy or not buy, or so it's a very brave thing to do because it's such a personal thing to you, isn't it? So it's a very brave thing to do
Definitely,
to put
yeah.
your products out there. I totally understand the hesitation. What would be the sort of, I know this is a tough question to ask, like your favorite musical?
You no, wait.
Okay.
You said musical. I say musicals, multiple. You cannot just pick one. It's impossible.
Um, wow. Okay, musicals I've actually seen live. I'm gonna go for Moulin Rouge, and I saw Mary Poppins many, many moons ago
Oh.
with school, and that was when I first saw it. I was like this is like we sat really high up, like me and my mum call it up in the gods. We were sat like right up in the gods. It was super cheap tickets I went to see school with, but like from the top, like you could see everything. I think from like all the props moving and cast everywhere. And spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but like Mary Poppins fly through the audience, and we were sat right at the top, so she was like right there, and I was like what is going
That
on?
is so cool.
But I saw Moulin Rouge when I was in New York last summer twice, and I saw that and I was like, this is I like a mind blowing experience. Like so much is happening at the same time. Shows I haven't seen yet. I'm gonna but yet. Heathers. I'm obsessed with the pro shot. I know a lot of people don't like it, obsessed with the Pro Shot. So I'm hoping to see that on tour, and that'll probably take over as my new favorite music for a little while.
Yeah, we watch the Pro Shot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That we watched. Yeah. Well, I have nothing to compare it to. So
I heard a lot of negativity around it, but I was like, do you know what? It was like $2.99 to buy it on Amazon. I thought if I hate it, it's $2.99, it's fine. And if I love it, it's there for life. So yeah, unfortunately for the rest of my family, I fell in love with it, and now it's the only thing I sing.
Well, worst case scenario, it's research for your product, isn't it?
That's it, exactly. Yeah.
That's the excuse. That's your excuse.
Nice.
It's research. Got to do it.
I think that's
got to be
okay.
done.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start using that excuse.
It's research.
Research.
Do you have any designs that you're looking to launch at Musical Theatre Market? Any sort of like spoiler alerts?
I'm looking to launch tote bags, actually. That's kind of I kind of was there thinking, I was like, what's something I'd love to launch? And I was like, okay, tote bags. And what's a great way to do it? I thought at a market. So I'm hoping to have a few designs, or many designs with me at the market. I think that's an exciting product I kind of want to do for a while. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity.
I was looking through some of the show badges. Sorry, I've just jumped back to the badges as well. And I was quite impressed at like the amount of, I guess, more niche musicals that you had on there. So you had like Babies, and then you have Operation Mincemeat, which now is like, it is coming into the public eye. But like it's not just the Hamiltons and the
Sixth.
Yeah, it is those like smaller musicals as well, which is really cool, because I don't think that's something that a lot of people can find merch for. Like, I don't know of much Babies merch.
So Babies, it seems like a really exciting musical. It's on Hannah Lowther's little Spotify playlist she has. So I first heard it from that, and then it was like a couple of weeks later, I was like, oh, it's coming to London. So I was kind of thought, well, people are going to go and watch it, and if it's people's first time or they love it, like, they might want a little bit of something from it. Because I don't know if they do merch, because it's only running for a few weeks, 6 weeks, I think it is. So I thought, well, it's a little bit of something, like, people like buying little bits of merch they can put in around the house, and I feel like a badge or a magnet isn't huge. So it's like a little, if you don't know what it is, it's kind of just there, but if you do know what it is, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it is nice because people like a memento from the show. And if they can't find something at the show, that's what us small stagey businesses are for.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about running your business?
Oh, do you know what? I love designing. It's not, I was always awful at art at school, but like, I bought my iPad a few years ago, not for the instance of drawing on it using Procreate, but when I bought it, I was kind of like, oh no, £6, £6 for an app, how dare I pay so much? Like, and then the Apple Pencil on top. We're not going to talk about that though. But I've actually started really falling in love with drawing and designing. I love making it, but sometimes, technology and printers don't like to be used. So I really fallen in love with designing items.
Do you find it quite relaxing?
Yeah, yeah, because you're on your own schedule, so it's not, if I was designing for someone else, it'd probably be a bit more stressful, but like in my head, I'm going, oh well, let's have a little play around with it. I've got all the time in the world, essentially, like, until I want to make that release of whatever I'm drawing. It's kind of, it's quite therapeutic, because I don't get a lot of time off from work. I do quite long hours, and so it's kind of nice just to just sit there watching TV, whatever I'm watching, and just draw, because it's just compact iPad, so you can take it anywhere, or being on the train using it. So quite nice.
Do you find you go through periods where you just don't have any ideas and you're struggling, and then suddenly you have a barrage of ideas that you're trying to get down?
Yeah, literally all the time. So then I end up with like a list so long, and then I'll fall off the bandwagon again for a little while, and then I'll suddenly come back and be like, oh, what about this, what about that? Or I'll be scrolling through Pinterest, and I've just got so many pictures saved, because I'm an Android person, so my iPad is literally just solid pictures of things I've just saved off Pinterest, sorry, of like things that I'm like, oh, that could look cool, or that's a nice color, this is cool. But yeah, you just don't know what's going to come out of my brain sometimes.
Well, you're a bit the same. You always have paper and pen with you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes she'll have an idea, draw something down, come back to it, and it's like,
what is
what
that?
was that? What is this?
I had what did I have from Mincemeat? It was some quote about bees, but it was a really obscure one. And I was writing it in the dark when we were seeing it in the theatre. And I came back to it like the next day and I was like, what the heck did I just write? What is that?
We had to go back and watch it again just so we could remember what that phrase was.
Something like bees are the king of the garden or something like that.
That is not what you wrote.
That's not what I wrote. I don't know what I wrote. Do you have which of your designs is the best seller, would you say?
Oh, do you know what? Operation Mincemeat's done really well.
Yeah?
I think I saw I don't know her name, the girl who runs Letters to July.
Nishat, yeah.
Yeah.
Nishat, yeah.
And I saw that she would post about it all the time, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, maybe it's a big deal, but that's kind of how you learn about new musicals, right? Because I don't live in London, so I can't just go watch things. It's kind of whatever comes on tour. So when I saw her posting about it, I was like, oh, this kind of looks fun. Like, okay, let me have a little Google into it, and I was like, oh, why not? You know, like someone's gonna probably buy one. And that seems to have sold really well. That or Hamilton does quite well as well.
Yeah. Expected. But Operation Mincemeat is pretty cool. Yeah. Nishat Letters to July was also the reason we saw it the first time.
Yeah. I hope to see it at some point when I'm in London next week, but I'm only there for a day. But I'm hoping to see it at some point if I'm back again soon.
Yeah. Hopefully squeeze some more shows in.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think? Do you think the bestsellers at the market will be the same, or do you think they'll be different?
Oh, do you know what? I've got no idea. I've never done a market before. So I'm actually quite excited. I'm hoping to do a couple in the lead up, so I'm kind of not coming in and I'm like, what is going on? But I don't know, because like I don't think everyone talking about Jamie, those badges do quite well as well, but that'll be finished touring by then, so I'm not sure. I'm kind of going to bring a little bit of everything. I'm kind of bring things that are a bit more popular, and then I'm going to have like a kind of a tub of bits of everything of all my designs, just so people can go, oh, I want this one or I want that one, if it's not something that might not be as popular, and then it'll probably really surprise me what will be popular.
Always does. Can you just give a little bit of an idea for the people watching about price range, like what they can expect from the badges and from the magnets and the tote bags if you've got them there?
I have no idea tote bag pricing yet. I'm still looking that one up. I'm trying to find a good supplier before make any rash decisions. For badges, so there'll be, oh gosh, what did I decide? 3 for £6. Or they'll still be £3 each, so it kind of makes sense to do the 3 for £6. And magnets, I think I said 2 for £8, so they're only £5 each. And then obviously you can like bundle them and stuff. But we're gonna have hopefully tumblers as well, which will be as a kind of buy a tote bag and get a tumbler. So because I've got quite a few leftovers of those from another previous ADHD spree.
And are these the sort of 2 for £8 and all of that? Are those just for these markets in person?
Just for the in-person market, yeah.
Okay, so people at that market will have a very, very special deal. That's very exciting.
They will, yes.
Will you be taking cash and card payments, or what would be your preferred payment method? Cash and card, and you'll have enough change.
Yes, yeah.
Great.
However, if people give you the exact money, that would still be preferable.
Very helpful.
Yeah, exact change preferable, but we will have change on the day.
Oh, super. Let's see. I think we've pretty much gone through everything. Would you like to do a quick little sign off? Just tell people where they can find you first off at the moment, your socials, And then, again, what payments you'll be taking at Musical Theatre Market.
And just an overview of the products that you'll have as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Instagram is Theatre Treasures _. Etsy is Theatre Treasures 23. I'll be having badges, magnets, and tote bags, maybe more. I'm still designing.
Surprises.
And yeah, lots of surprises, hopefully. And yeah, I'm Sophie from Theatre Treasures.
Great.
Oh, and Cash and Card.
Cash and Card. I know, I just remembered that bit as well. I was like, hang on.
And I was like, yes.
There's something else. Yeah, exactly. Well, it was very lovely talking to you, and we're very, very excited to have you at the market with us.
I'm so excited to be there.